Okay, this is how we're going to get everybody to eat more moringa. Okay, because nobody wants to see it on their food, nobody wants to drink tea. Everybody needs the nutrition, the extra vitamins, but nobody wants to drink the tea or see any little green stuff in their food, especially the kids. So this is how we will do it. We will make a tea with the moringa leaves. Here I've already made the tea. I've made the tea, and in this little tea has a cover. I put that in the saucepan with water right here, and then I take it out and I have the tea ready. So I have the tea ready, and you can use this twice, these leaves. Okay, so now I have the tea ready right here. This is the tea. I already put some in the pot. And for the first meal that we're going to do for the kids with moringa is macaroni, because you know they love macaroni. So we'll put this macaroni in here. And we'll cook this macaroni. Okay. On. We'll cook this macaroni right here. If you don't have one of these, you can I don't know what you call them. You can there's some smaller ones, or you can use a sieve or something, whatever you have, to separate the leaves and stems if you have stems. And I just don't want this to get too stuck right there. Okay, so this is what we're doing. I already have the cheese ready to put it in there. I've already opened it. Here in the directions it says boil 1.5 quarts, 6 cups of water. I only use maybe 2 because I'm not going to take out the water. I'm going to leave it. Cook 8 to 10 minutes or until tender. That's all it says. So I'm just going to boil it in here. And if you want, you can pour some milk in here. I'm going to put some almond milk because I'd rather make people drink almond milk instead of the regular milk. Okay, there we go. So we'll have this here. You don't need to add salt or anything because that cheese is super salty. Even that cheese you don't have to put in it, but the kids want that, so you give them that, but you add what you need to add for them to eat better. We put in the moringa tea. Okay, and as soon as that softens, we'll add the cheese, mix it a little bit, and it's done. And they'll be eating macaroni with moringa. And you don't have to tell them. They don't need to know. And you will see a difference. Like sometimes when they eat pastas or stuff like that, they get really sleepy and tired. Well, this is not going to happen here. Not going to happen here. Okay, don't forget, you can put the dry leaves. This was dry leaves. You can use fresh or dried. I use the dry leaves, but look how they look. It's like I had used fresh leaves. Just put them in here like this. I can boil again to make a tea for me. It was like half full. Okay, this here is probably needing just for me to mix it a little bit. Even here sometimes I throw in a little bit of almond flour, little bit, because it still gets thick with the cheese anyway. But then you put in a little bit of the some almonds in there. So you're putting some good stuff, sneaking in some good stuff. And they don't need to know. Yeah. So we're still working on this so it can soften a little bit more. And if you want them, if you want it, you can put more milk if you want. Or if they like it a little bit more on the dry side, don't add so much milk. But you don't need to add milk. Then after the moringa tea that you dropped in there, you can just add more water. Depends on you, what you want, or what consistency your kids like. And you can add this moringa. Just look at that, it's beautiful. You can add this to fideo if you make fideo, like Mexican pasta. You can add it to anything that's going to need water. You can add it when you're making like cupcakes or cakes. Instead of the cup of water, you can add the cup of moringa tea. You can add it to so many things and they'll be consuming it. And nobody was gonna be complaining. I don't like the flavor. It tastes weird. I don't like anything green on my stuff. I'm allergic to it. They'll just say anything not to eat something green. So we'll put it in there and it doesn't have to look green. It'll be invisible. They won't even taste it. They will not even taste the difference. Won't taste the difference. Let me see, like right here, just add a little bit more. Because they're not as soft as I would want them. I don't want them soft, like, I just want them I don't want them to be mushy either. So this is my very first recipe. The thing is that sometimes I don't do haven't been able to, or haven't wanted to do recipes because I want to use things that are good for the kids or for you. I don't want to use a lot of flour. I don't want to use a lot of meat products. I don't want to use a lot of canned or boxed things. I would rather, but then a lot of people don't want a lot of fresh things. Like I would really want to cook, so I'll give them what they want, but then I'll add what I want. So this is something that I would do. Something that I would do. So there you go. This is my first recipe with moringa. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. They're just going to gobble it up. It's going to be so good. So good. And so nutritious. For sure. So, follow me for more recipes with tons of vitamins that are not going to be noticed by anyone unless you say it, unless you mention it. Okay, so even here you can add more. You can add a little bit more milk. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just waiting for it to soften. As soon as it softens a little bit more, then I'll add the cheese. Because I'm not too happy with that cheese. I'm not too happy with that cheese. And maybe next time I'll make it again with something else. Not with that kind of cheese. I might. I don't know yet. But I definitely will do something without that cheese. And use something else. So it's almost done. I don't have to keep mixing it. It's just I don't want it to stick on the bottom of the pan. And usually I would rather do stuff like this in like the glassware Vision, something like that, or even the ceramic. But I was in a hurry, so we're using this stainless steel. Okay, but I would rather use the glass. So Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all new awesome recipes. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions or if you want to ask me something or suggest something, please do. I'll try and answer. Thank you.